What's up, y'all? It's your girl Tanisha from the I Listen Network. Listen, I just wanted to talk about women and getting work done on their bodies. I was just reflecting on the whole K. Michelle situation, and I seen the enhancements that Alexis Sky has gotten. Like, I think she got 55 cc's or something in her ass or something like that. I don't know. It's just. And then I thought about Tiny and how ridiculous she looks with the small proportioned body, and how her butt is so big it makes her look like she has the ant bottom butt. And I was just thinking about everybody else that just it was just like a series of people that just flipped through my mind that got work done on their ass. And it's like, yo, when is this trend going to die for real? Like, for real, because for real, like, I remember there was a point in time when, you know what I mean, women were just getting their breasts done. And I understand back then they probably didn't know how to enhance the ass, but if they did, it was just a trend to get their breasts done. And it's like, I can get the breast part because there's a lot of things that can go with that. Like, there could be a health situation. It's like, okay, I understand. Or it could not be a health situation. It's like, okay, I understand. You know what I mean? But at the time, like, females wasn't approaching the breast implants like they're approaching the ass implants. Like, don't get me wrong. Some girls, or some women, I should say, would end up having like maybe A chest or B chest and go up to a D or double D. You had some of those, but it just wasn't like it was the main focal point. Like, it just didn't seem like that was all that was going on. Like it was just a major trend just to do it that way. Like, so it didn't stick out. It didn't stand out. You know what I mean? It's like, but and then they always had that song, Baby Got Back, and it still wasn't even like, no one was worried about getting their ass done. Then, all of a sudden, you started hearing a lot of stories where females was getting their ass done, and come to find out it was the back alley method, you know what I mean, using caulking and whatever oils or whatnot they could put in their ass that would hold and mold, you know what I mean, to a circumference of an ass shape. Even Cardi B talked about her first procedure, like it was done back alley style, you know what I mean? And I don't know. And then I just think about a lot of people, like, and even Nicki Minaj and stuff like that. Like, she allowed her ass to get wider over time, and it's just like, then you look at Beyonce, and you're like, well, wait a minute, where did all this ass come from? Because she was small frame at a point in time, but then it's like, it seemed like she might have went the natural route, you know what I mean, where she got some of her own fat sucked out of other parts of her body and then injected into her ass like a little bit over time, so it looked like it was like a progression, you know what I mean, like, and then accumulate on eating so that she could pick up the weight. A lot of people do that too, so they'll start eating a lot so they can match the weight of their ass. But there's a lot of the other people that don't do that, and they be looking mad funny, and it's just like, what baffled me for real was how these women do all this stuff, right? And then you ask them, why you get work done? The typical thing you think of is because they want to attract the men. They want to lure the men. They feel like they get the bigger ass they got. The man, you know what I mean? He's going to, can't get enough of that ass. And he's just going to see ass. And just going to like, you know what? Now I got to have it. And we'll lock them down. And it's just an investment into a happy lifestyle. The future wedding bells they might hear and all that and whatnot. But it comes to the point where it's like, they didn't follow up and say like, no, I did this for me. And it's like, okay, you know what? I believe both sides. Yeah, you did do it for you. You wanted to look a certain way, so it was for you. But if you knew men weren't going to look at you or check you out and think you look good, would you still get it done? That's my question to the females. Would they still get it done? Those that are interested or those that got it done? No, I don't think so. And then it's like crazy because then you got people like K. Michelle that went up there and she already has issues with her ass. And she's dancing around, prancing around in her bathroom. and something happens with her behind to where it looked like she either tucked it or folded it or shifted it, or I don't know what the heck she did. She never confirmed it. She came back and did a reaction video to the response of how everybody was saying, like including Wendy and all that her ass popped out and her ass flopped and this and that and the third. It busted. And all she said was that basically that it didn't flop. But she's about to go get a bag anyway. And how she's trying to help females nowadays because, what she's going through with her behind and how she felt that it was the thing to do, at the time when she got it done. And so now she's regretting doing so, you know what I mean? She knows she didn't make the best decisions. So she feels like she's teaching females, about her struggle with what she's going through with her behind and how it's unhealthy to you know what I mean, pretty much stop them from wanting to go ahead and getting the procedures done. When I haven't really seen her do a video where she broke it down, just doing a public service announcement to women that were getting their ass done or wanting to get their ass done, inquiring about it, saying, hey ladies, this and that and the third, and even pulling up her own images and saying, look, this is what, and that I would look at as informative and her trying to teach something, a lesson. I don't get where she's trying to teach anything by just letting us know that she's having problems. Like, that's not teaching anything. Like, because everybody, it's like a cold. Everybody can get a cold, but someone always feels like it ain't gonna happen to them. Just like everybody it lives and dies. Like, violence happens everywhere. No one thinks that it's going to happen to them at times. So that doesn't stop nobody from doing something that isn't the best thing for them to do. Like, it doesn't work in their best interest. It's like illustrating that you have a health scare does not teach anybody anything. Like, you have to break it down. You have to come to the audience and say, hey, this, with a proper presentation on such. Not just letting us know you have an issue. You know what I mean? And then she was a hypocrite about it because she started talking about all the bloggers, which I guess I'd be one of them now after the fact, stating how, you know what I mean, talking about her ass flopping and popping and this and that, and it didn't do that and this and that, and why are we bringing black women down? It's like, ain't nobody bringing no black, this ain't a black women thing. Like, when did anybody say this was just black women suffering? It's women. It don't matter what nationality you are. If you're the one that's interested in getting this procedure done, it applies to you. So it don't matter your color. So all this demeaning women, and no one's demeaning women at all. Like, and then she said, I'll just fool around and get on and do another video jumping around. It's like, yo, for real? Like, I thought you said you was teaching females to not get this done. But yet, you just want to show how ignorant you are and still how yet lost you still are. Because you get mad at people making fun of what you're doing, but then you say you're going to go back and do it again. Then don't be mad then. Look, when you press record and you put your image up there and you don't like what people say about that, oh well. There's no pity party for you, man. You knew what you was doing when you pressed record. You wanted what? Attention. Don't get mad when the attention you get isn't what you was seeking for. You know what I'm saying? You can't control the minds of the public. Once you press record, it's fair game. You know what I mean? Like, I don't understand it. And then, you know what really got to me? It's like was the needle in the haystack with this one. Pretty much the icing on the cake, I should say. When Boozy said that he was dating this girl and he found out that she had, you know what I mean, she got work done on her ass or on her body. It may have been both. It might have been her breast and her ass. And he was just so disgusted. Like, he was so, not disgusted, but he was just so let down, I should say. He wasn't disgusted because he liked what he saw. But he was just so upset. Like, I can't believe this. Like, I thought this girl was the one. Like, everything was real. Like, different from everybody out here. You know, it's hard to find them, he said, that ain't touched their body. And he thought he had a wholesome chick that was just proportioned right. And nope, he didn't. She was just like the rest of the Instagram ones. And it's like, wait a minute. You got all these people. Like, I forget, Black Youngster did interview like a year or two ago saying that he don't like all that ass. And it's like, it's crazy because these females do this for these very people, these rappers. Like this, the rap industry, the hip hop industry has really been the monument for getting work done on your body for real. Like, out of all the arenas, you got NFL players, basketball players, you know what I'm saying, baseball players, all the sports. And none of them women are like worried about getting their ass done. Like, the ones that are affiliated with the guys that are in this, yeah, they are, but I'm just saying, like, that arena, like for instance, WNBA, because there's no, you know, really female football, but there isn't, but you know what I'm saying. They're not worried about getting their ass done. It's like all these chicks that want to date these rappers run to get their ass done. Like Regine. Oh my goodness, this girl. That's a whole nother topic for real, like, for her, like. But I'm going to touch base on her right quick for this subject, because I got other things to say about her. But on that note, for this subject, she advocated how, on one of her Instagram lives years ago, like, no, you should love your body. I love my body. Basically saying she would never. And then when it was brought to her attention after she got work done, she said, well, you know, like, basically, I changed my mind. It was like, clearly, we see that you did. It's like, look, you had a boyfriend, Lucci at the time. He's still her boyfriend currently now. But at the time, she was dating him. She didn't have any work done. And then they supposedly break up because he goes to a strip club and she didn't like his behavior or whatnot and all that. And no man that she's dating should be going there and wanting to deal with that type of activity, whatever. I think it was something like that. But then she goes and gets work done on her chest and then takes them back. It's like, so, oh, I get it. She felt that she had to go and become what he was going to go see. Because she no longer was also strong black woman on her body. But that's all I got to say. This is Tanisha on the I Listen Network, y'all. Thanks for tuning in. Bye.